Hi everyone, and welcome to the Shrine of Anubis. If you're new here, welcome, and if you have been here before, welcome back, and nice to see you again. So, the moments that you have all been waiting for, in this video, I will be answering a lot of questions that I did not know I had before I even started this series, Intimacy with Anubis, and during this series. This video could be divided into two parts. It depends. So we'll see how it goes. So I do have everything laid out in here on the computer screen with all of your comments in all of my past videos. I love how YouTube has become smarter and easier to manage all comments at once in one screen from all videos. I find that very interesting, and it's going to be easy for me to get through them rather than jumping into each video and go around to look for them. So, some questions that I will be addressing now at the beginning of this video will not have any context because they may not be related to this series at all. But as we continue to dive in, we will see more related questions into the series. Now, moving on to, let me see, is this a question or a comment? Well, one thing for sure, if Anubis is interested in me, I am going to be loyal to him in this life until the end for sure. My love interest is Beastman. Oh my goodness, I can see that with your profile picture, Lunar. I used to be a part of the, not a fairy community, but the Scally community back in like 2012 when I was a pleb. Well, I still am a pleb. How old was I? 19. So I was a 19-year-old horny girl. I mean, I still am, but I hide it better now, I guess. I don't know. And I think I blame Anubis. I'm sorry, Anubis, for exposing you like this. This is such a dramatic moment in this video. But I blame Anubis that he got me into all of this. Because I have to confess, I have looked up the art. I have looked up his art. I have looked up not safe for work art about him. And boy, girl, everybody in between, I have found some very interesting things on the land of the Googles. For better or worse, I don't know. And let's say I have a folder. That folder is old as shit. It's like, what, 10 years old or some shit? I don't know. Man, I just don't know. That folder has been existing forever. And, and it's got some interesting artwork of Anubis. Butt naked, of course, and doing other things as well. It is to be expected from me to have. So there you have it, Lunar. If you did not know that or did not expect that of me, now you know. Okay, let's see. Who is Drake? Can you tell us more about him? So, a side of me that I don't talk about often in this channel, if at all, is because this channel is separate from my work in ufology. So, I have been part of the UFO and New Age communities for the past 11 years at this point in 2021. I did leave and abandon everything back in summer of last year after a very large art project that I did for a client that was used in the video presentation that I made presenting this project. I have had contact with ETs, and this all started before Anubis came by into my life. It all started in 2009 when I was 16 years old, and in 2010 I started to get involved in the starseed community. And because of this, I started to connect eventually with my star family. So what is a starseed? A starseed is a soul that is not exactly human. So I may have a physical human vessel, but my consciousness, I am sure that it's not from this planet itself. Because I feel in my heart and my soul and my core of my being that I originate elsewhere. My soul originated elsewhere with another family and other people. And these people, quote unquote, are white draconians, which are humanoid serpent looking beings or humanoid dragon looking beings. And so Drake is what I would call a twin flame. And he does have a physical aspect of a bipedal human looking being, but of course the face is different. So he's got a flat snout, very small flat snout, large yellow almond shaped eyes with not as almond shaped as a gray alien's eyes would be, but they're simply larger than normal, and they're yellow with black slit pupils. And he does not have scales nor wings or a tail. So his skin is very literal white as my desktop. Not desktop, but the desk itself. Desktop is computer. Sorry, I can't English today, apparently. So Drake is literally paper white with yellow eyes, and he is a humanoid dragon. I wouldn't call him a dragon per se, because dragons are very different, and they do not walk on two legs. So I would just simply call him a humanoid serpent, and his name, Drake, that he chose for himself, literally means snake, I believe. And at first I was rejecting him back in the day when I was 17, back in 2011, 1 year after starting to work with Anubis, because I was racist towards the Draconians. I believed that they were the source of all evil due to all the conspiracy theories of conspiracy forums that reptilians are evil, they're going to destroy the world, they're going to kill out the human race and drink the blood of virgins and kill the babies to eat them so that they stay young, and that the queen is a lizard, and that George Bush is a lizard, and Obama and whatever. So I was internalizing the hatred towards a race that I was not even familiar with, and they somehow ended up being a part of my soul family, so to speak. And so when I discovered this plot twist in 2012, I was very unhappy about everything. So Drake had retreated already for about a year because I kept rejecting him and telling him to fuck off because I was not comfortable with his energy around. And Anubis was also being territorial at the same time because they're two alphas. So they did not get along. They still don't get along due to the similar energy vibrations between them, energetic vibes between them. And it's actually a very long story, but if you do want to know more, though, you can read 7 random chapters for free of my first book, Connecting the Stars, on my website, zionzeta.com/ebook. Or if you want to read up on more free ebooks, you can go to zionzeta.com/freebies, where I have other ebooks that I made based on podcast series that I made in the past in the Spiritual Alien podcast, which I abandoned long ago. if you are interested in that topic of aliens and abductions and contact interactions. And I do talk more about Drake in that book, and I will talk more about him in my upcoming second book, Connecting the Stars Part 2, Illustrations of a Contactee, which is due to release at some point this year, hopefully around summer. So we'll see about that as well, which is also in the works. Can we see you meditate someday, explaining what you are doing, etc., how to feel our own energies? Please don't get panned. That's a very interesting idea, Miyu. I will definitely keep it in mind, and I will write it down somewhere, because I always look forward to your ideas, your feedback, what you guys have to say, so that I know what to do, what to post, what to share, what you guys are interested in, what you guys want me to talk about. I'm always looking forward to what you want me to bring to the table. And if I can, I would love to be able to do so. So let's see. What else is here? I love the puns, LOL. I'm so happy that you're talking about all of this, because nobody really does, which I don't mind. It's their choice, but I think you're very brave for pushing your boundaries and speaking on the subject. Oh, thank you so much, Paige. I appreciate it. That is so sweet of you. I appreciate your comment. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm about 11 minutes in, but I must say I find it interesting that you say he's teaching you patience, because when I speak to him, he comes off impatient. Lol. Not like he doesn't want to talk to me. He seems to enjoy our conversations, and he always tells me to ask my questions and get to know him. But he becomes impatient when I'm reluctant to ask a question, or when I ask him to repeat himself for clarification. But then when I apologize, he always reassures me and tells me he understands. He just gets a little impatient sometimes. That's great to know, because sometimes I do feel like a little bit of a sense of desperation in him at times when I am hesitating on doing something or reluctant or whatever. So I kind of feel that pushy-ish energy from him. So I definitely can relate, Linday, to your comment, because I might be destroying your name. I apologize for that. That's a thing. That's a thing with me. I do sense a bit of desperation at times, not all the time, but sometimes. It still happens a little bit. It happens. Not often, thank goodness. But yes, he can be a bit impatient. But usually I am the one desperate and impatient and wanting to push things and force things and whatnot. And he's like, calm your tits. And there's a meme online of a picture of him, of a statue of him, where he's like with his hands up like this. And it says right above it, calm your tits. So I love that meme so much. And whenever I am desperate or impatient, I can think about, I just remember, I think back and I remember that stupid meme that almost killed me laughing. Like, it was so funny. And it's so true. And well, I need to be more patient. I know that. I know. I love your videos. It is very resourceful for my own research regarding Anubis. Thank you so much, Suki. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you appreciate the videos and that you're finding them helpful. So the final question for this video that will be divided into 3 parts. So if you see me with this same top 3 times in a row, it's because I filmed it on the same night. And we'll divide it per week. So the final question is trying to find his sigil. Well, not a question, but an inquiry and concern. I have a sigil that I made myself for Asmodeus, the demon of lust. I also had one for Hades, For Anubis, I do not have a sigil because I've never had the need to create a sigil for Anubis. But I do know that this can and is a thing for some of you out there. So my recommendation for you, Woke Nation, is to come up with one yourself. Trust me, it will have your energy and your intentions. Don't go around on the Googles trying to find something from Pinterest or whatnot. No. Use your energy to create your own sigil customized to your needs or your inquiries or concerns for Anubis and his connection with you. That, in my book, always, no pun intended, is always more strong and powerful. When you do something yourself, it's just magic. No, I mean, pun intended. Let's just say it for what it is. It's magic. Work with your magic. Use it. Learn how to create sigils. That's for sure. Okay, so this time, okay, you can go on Pinterest or YouTube to find videos on how to create a sigil and go from there. I know that sigils can be a bit complicated at first to do. It can require a little bit of patience to get it done in the appropriate way. But once you get the hang of it, you will know what to do. But I do recommend that you do it yourself. Maybe I should clap. Do it yourself. It'll be much easier, more powerful, and more personal to you and your connection with Anubis. So definitely try it out. See how it goes. Put it under your pillow. Charge it in your altar if you can, or charge it with your own energy under your pillow and sleeping on it, and see what dreams you get. What dreams you get. And I believe that this is the end of this video that is divided in 3 parts. Holy goodness, Jesus Christ on a bike. We are done. So I did address some comments that had nothing to do with this series, and then the comments that had to do with this series, as well as some wonderful questions and beautiful feedback that I got from all of you guys. Maybe 7 months later, 6 months, 5 months later. I'm so sorry about that, but I finally was able to address all of them how I wanted. And my intention is that you find all these videos helpful and useful for you and your journey, on your path, on your practice, on your magic. And with all of that said, I do believe that this could be the conclusion for this series. Unless I get more questions and comments once all these 3 videos have been posted. So let me know down below in the comment section. So this past minute will be repeated on the 3 videos as well for reference, so that you know that I am bringing this series to an end, but I am still accepting questions before I fully close it down. So you still have time in these 3 videos that I'll be uploading to let me know if you have any further questions or concerns or feedback that you want to give to me in regards to this series. So with all of that said, I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. You will see this outro 3 times in a row. That's fine. Multitasking. Work smarter, not harder. And yeah, before I let you guys go, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell button and click on see all so that you can get all the notifications of any future uploads that I'll be making on this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.